Let's take a look at Zoom as a video web-based meeting platform. The first thing you're going to want to do is click here and set up your free account. You should use an email address that's going to be associated with the invitations that you'll receive. So if that's a work email address or a personal email address, if you use an email to sign up that people invite you to Zoom meetings at, it's going to make it a lot easier to access the platform. It's also going to help to have an account to set your own settings for your own situation, whether that is your webcam or your audio in or your audio out. You're going to have the same settings every time if you just set up a free account. Another really good tip is to download the meetings client either on your computer or on a mobile device or a tablet, again, for ease of access and consistency of the controls. So once you've set up your account, we'll drop a link to grab the downloads. You're going to want to open the Zoom meeting client. And I'm here on desktop, so we're going to open this. And you can see it's going to have all the events in my calendar because I've connected it to my calendar. But if these were Zoom accounts, it would have a quick button here that just says Start Meeting, and that'll pop me right in. If you are starting the meeting, then you can click here on New Meeting. If you have already gotten a link, if you just click on that link, it'll probably open in your browser and then ask you if you want to open that link in Zoom, which of course you do. So I'm going to start a new meeting here just so we can look at some of the way that this client portal is set up. So when you first log in, again, I have my account set up, so it's got my default settings going for both sound and video. I like to have my settings set to where a video is not on to start the meeting. And I can click this box to start the video if I want to be seen. You can also, there's carets next to both of these, so you can also use this caret to control your audio settings or test your audio settings, and use this caret to select a camera. And there's a number of other settings. Your basic video settings are here. You can also choose those crazy virtual backgrounds here as well. A couple of things just in walking through. If you're in a meeting and you need to generate a link for someone else, you click on Invite, and it's going to have people that you frequently invited, or you can just copy a URL or copy the invitation with which to send that invite. You can also manage participants. Obviously, it's just me right now, but you can see over here, it'll show you all the participants and if they have their audio on or off, as well as their video on or off. And you can click that to toggle out of it. Share screen is a really powerful feature. So you can click on this and it'll give you multiple options of which to share your screen. And that'll be with all of the other users on the call. You may or may not have that permission depending on if you're a host or an attendee, but that's how you do it. You can also elect to share the computer sound when that happens, or optimize the screen share for video clip if you're recording. There's also a whiteboard. So if you select the whiteboard, you can hop in and you can draw on it or use text, or there are a number of other things that you can do with that. You can clear it, you can change the colors or use an eraser. And this is collaborative, so other users can potentially have access to the whiteboard. So there is a button for stop sharing. So if you want to step away from the whiteboard, you can hit stop share, and that'll bring you right back to the client tool here. There's also a chat feature. And this can be a great feature. It's not always on for every meeting that you might be on, but you can message everyone here. If other people are on, there's a drop down here. You can also private message or direct message specific people. And you can also attach a file. Depending on what type of meeting you're in, there may be other functions. In some of the webinar settings, there's a Q&A function where you can ask a question, or you can raise your hand to be called upon. So there's a number of other features that are available depending on the version that you're in. Also, if you are the host, or depending on the settings, you can record the meeting. There's an option to record it directly to your computer. When you do that, when you finish the meeting, the file will be processed, saved in a location on your computer, or you can record to the cloud. I believe there's a little bit of recording space available on a free account. On a paid account, the lowest paid account comes, I believe, with about 2 gigs of online storage. You may not see this breakout room feature, but that's a great feature where you could potentially take meeting participants and break them out into smaller groups and still have control over who's in what group, and also bring the group back together when you're done. Reactions are fun. You can give a quick clap or a thumbs up. It just shows up in the corner. It'll show up on your image up here at the top when there are multiple people on. As well as more, which is typically just taking the meeting live onto Facebook Workplace or live on YouTube. You will need to set up and connect this to your account in advance of the meeting if you want to go live. So that's the essence of the platform. When you are done, you want to just hit end meeting. It's pretty straight ahead. In this case, I am the host, so I can designate another host and then leave the meeting, and then they can continue on with the meeting. If the meeting is over for everyone, I can just hit end meeting for all, and that will end the meeting for everybody. And again, if I had recorded, it would now be processing that video. So I hope that helps. I'll make another video for if you're hosting the meeting. There's a couple of nuances for if you are acting as the host, but it's a pretty simple platform. Biggest tips are set up an account with your email address that you'll most likely be invited to meetings with, and also to grab the web app and or the mobile apps. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for your support.